Thank you, Jens. We promise to not keep you away too long from the coffee break. So after the presentation of Dr. Bob, I think it was natural to take a wider perspective and to give you a brief overview of the available options, basically, to fund research, demonstration, and also market uptake activities in the field of energy efficiency. So the presentation is split in two parts. We first give you an overview of funding opportunities under Horizon 2020, and then we provide you some examples from real projects. To start with some brief elements about EASME, who we are. So we are the European Agency for Small and Medium-Sized Enterprises. From the name, it might not be obvious that we deal with energy, but we actually do. We manage very significant parts of the Horizon 2020 program. We also deal with the EASME program, which is the program for the competitiveness of enterprises and SMEs, as well as the LIFE program, which is dealing with environment and climate, and we also deal with maritime issues. What we do, basically, we focus on program implementation. So it starts with the evaluation of proposals, but also the preparation of contracts, and then the actual follow-up of the projects on the ground. But you also see a last point on policy feedback, and that's actually very important. What we try to do is to feed the policy making that DG Energy, for instance, is doing by taking real concrete cases from the projects we manage. Under Horizon 2020, there are basically three types of actions that are supported. It's research, demonstration, and market uptake. But we will come back to that in a moment. Horizon 2020 is basically the funding instrument supporting the Innovation Union. So here you see the breakdown of the budget available. There is actually 80 billion, nearly 80 billion euros earmarked for a 7-year period. What is important is that the funding is split into three main blocks. So you have the excellent science that basically funds research at the frontier of knowledge. And there you find the European Research Council and future emerging technologies. Then under industrial leadership, we are looking at supporting key sectors like nanotechnologies, biotech, space, but also risk finance, innovation in SMEs. But what is even more relevant for us today is the societal challenges, where we try to bridge the gap between research and market in very specific key areas. And one of these areas is obviously energy. So under the societal challenges, there is 5.9 billion euros earmarked for the so-called secure, clean, and efficient energy challenge, which is funding non-nuclear research, energy research. For energy efficiency specifically, for this year, we have nearly 700, for non-nuclear research this year, we have 700 million euros earmarked, and specifically for energy efficiency, 104 million euros. What are the main funding areas? Well, you can see them here on the screen. And very important is the buildings area. Very massive challenge, representing 40% of EU final energy consumption, as you know. Here the focus is really on reducing cost of renovations, increasing the depth and the rate of these renovations to basically achieve near zero energy buildings. We also have a funding priority on heating and cooling, where we really aim at moderating demand, but also increasing efficiency on the supply side, maximizing the use of renewables, and reducing costs. Consumers are equally important. Here the challenge is really to engage the consumers into energy efficiency and to enable their involvement in the energy transition. We also have priority on industry, which is to improve the energy efficiency of products, processes, and technologies. And last but not least, a very important area, very relevant for buildings, is finance. And there we look at innovative financing schemes to leverage more investments into energy efficiency. This is a brief overview of the results of our 2016 call for proposals. And there you see that last year we funded energy efficiency at the tune of 96 million euros, with nearly 26 million for buildings only. We will now, as I said, there are 3 types of actions. We will now focus really on the demonstration type of actions, which receive a 70% funding rate under H2020, with specific examples from a few key projects.
Yeah, so the demonstration projects are really, as the word suggests, demonstrating existing technologies. They're not about researching new things. They're also not about putting solutions directly into the mass market. They're kind of first-time demonstrations. The first project I want to talk about is the Zero Plus project, funded under the Energy Efficient Buildings Public-Private Partnership. It's developing a modular system for net zero and positive energy settlements, residential settlements, to be implemented in 4 demonstration sites. The cost of building net zero energy settlements will be reduced by at least 16% compared with current costs. And the background image shows the UK case study in the city of York. The other ones are in France, Italy, and Cyprus. Operational energy usage will achieve an average of 0 to 20 kilowatt hours per square meter per year, achieved through the application of various technologies. At least 50 kilowatt hours per square meter per year of renewable energy will be generated in Zero Plus. The technologies are grouped into several categories. The first one is integrated resource management, an interactive real-time infrastructure that allows two-way communication between customers and the energy utility. As a result, the sensing along the transmission lines and the sensing from the customer's side becomes smart. This supports smart, nearly zero energy buildings and neighborhoods. Coupled with smart grids, this opens a door to new applications and with far-reaching interdisciplinary impacts, providing the capacity to integrate smart buildings into the network, delivering power more efficiently and reliably through demand response and smart control and monitoring capabilities, using automatic grid configuration to prevent or restore outages, enabling consumers to have greater control over their electricity consumption and to actively participate in the electricity market. The second group of technologies in Zero Plus is thermal energy storage, an integrated solution for the storage of heat coming from high-performance solar fields and its transformation into cold by absorption chillers. An integrated control system verifies the density of energy stored and gives the signals to control the solar collector tracking system. A third group is advanced building envelope components, including a composite cool thermal insulating material and an innovative glass block that integrates PV solar cells. And lastly, energy production technologies, a compact linear Fresnel reflector which concentrates solar radiation onto a receiver tube, enabling thermal solar energy to be stored, and a rooftop-mounted wind turbine system will be demonstrated. The next project I want to just mention is called CHESS Setup. It stands for Combined Heat System by using solar energy and heat pumps. The project objective is to demonstrate a system that able to supply heating and hot water to buildings mainly from renewable sources. The system is based on a combination of solar thermal energy production, seasonal heat storage, and high-efficiency heat pumps. The system operation will be optimized according to external factors, such as electricity price or user requirements, by using a new smart control and management system. This system will optimize the setup according to a range of external factors such as the electricity price, the weather forecast, specific user requirements. The system will also consider the benefits that could arise from the interaction between the chest setup heating system and the electricity grids, mainly linked with the possibility of reducing peaks in demand. The chest setup system will be demonstrated in 3 locations: a small-scale prototype in an office building in Spain, 46 new dwellings located in the UK, and a new sports centre also in Spain. And the third and last project I want to mention here is actually funded under the same call as the Dr. Bob project you saw earlier. This is called SIM for Blocks, so it's also about demand response in blocks of buildings. Combines decentralized energy management technology to enable the demand response in blocks by developing demand response technologies that operate in blocks of buildings rather than individual homes. It maximizes the impact of more efficient electricity consumption while also promoting local storage of electricity from renewable sources for use when the demand goes peak. The project will also engage and motivate consumers by incorporating user interfaces and incentives and empowering them with the technical capability to change their consumption behavior. SIM for Blocks is developing new demand response services that take into account the role of pricing, cost effectiveness, data, policies, regulations, market barriers, in attaining the critical mass needed to roll out access of these services to electricity markets. It's being tested in pilot sites of new, highly energy efficient buildings in Germany, Spain, and Switzerland, and this is the German site.
So coming back to the funding available this year, we had 2 types of actions: demonstration and market uptake. If this works, yeah. For the demonstration actions, they are known as innovation actions under Horizon 2020, and for this call, the deadline has passed already. However, for the market uptake actions, known as coordination and support actions, the deadline is on the 7th of June, and there is 55 million euro available. What type of topics are really relevant for buildings here? For the EE12 topic on integrating demand response in energy management systems, as I said, the call is closed, but we would hope to publish the results of this call around May. For the call closing in June, we have 2 building topics open, one on promoting deep renovation of buildings and another one on construction skills. Finally, we also have a number of topics open for heating and cooling, 2 innovation actions that are closed already, but the EE2 topic on improving existing district heating networks is open.
Just a little word on the build-up portal. Anybody watching this on the internet is probably doing it through the portal. It's funded by EASME, by us. It is continually being improved, and there are new features added all the time. So as well as the normal news and events and so on that you can see on the portal, and the projects, including these kinds of projects we're presenting that upload their results onto here, it's also now using social media quite a lot, so you can follow it on LinkedIn and Twitter, and it has a YouTube channel and so on. It's now also just implemented translation of the portal into 7 major EU languages, which are English, French, Italian, Spanish, Croatian, Polish, and German. So the whole interface of the portal is available through those, and a lot of content now is available in those languages increasingly. And then finally also touching on the construction skills topic that Amandine mentioned earlier, which is still open for proposals. There's the Build Up Skills Initiative, which is an initiative for training craftsmen and on-site workers in energy efficiency. That had its own website, and that is imminently, in the next few days, being integrated into the Build Up portal as well. So that will be on there too, probably in the next few days. That's it from us for now, but you can find out more on the EASME Energy website, where you can find out more in detail about those calls for proposals on energy efficiency.